Sanibonani and welcome to another exciting episode of Weekend Football Predictions on Thursday. Precious all the way from Matatiel, and this is your home of football and predictions. Please do not forget to engage with us on all our social media platforms. We are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Please go there, like, share, subscribe, and let us know who you'd like to see on the show and what questions you would like to ask them. As always, I'm never alone on the show. I'm with my co-host, Lucas. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. It's nice. It's nice to be back again. It's nice to be shooting this one.
Yes.
We're actually looking forward on what is happening in football.
We have a very interesting weekend ahead. MTN8 second leg we're playing this weekend, so it's a very interesting weekend ahead. But before that, I would like us to go to the first leg. How was it? How did the teams perform in it?
Listen, before we go to the first leg, there's some congratulations.
Okay.
There's a few congratulations that we need to do. I think firstly, this one is very, very important and deservingly so. He won it, the Ballon d'Or. I think it's nice after a long time where you've been seeing Messi and Ronaldo fighting for the Ballon d'Or. And this time around, I'm happy that Benzema won it. And, you know, it was nice to see Benzema taking it. We know what Benzema has done.
Yes.
And he has done so well for France. He has done so well for the team. And if someone does that, I mean, they need to be honored. But before, we couldn't see these players because they were blocked by Messi and Ronaldo.
Yes,
now, the two players, you can see now that I think they're a little bit old. And you can see the way they played has gone down a bit. So I think, congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
And the second congratulations. I don't know if this one we should say it or it's not, but
Let's say it.
It's Caleb, the Kaizer Chiefs striker.
Oh yes.
The reason why I'm saying that because remember he scored, he scored 3 penalties. And that has never happened in the history of the PSL. We've never had a player that is scoring a hat-trick on penalties in one game. I think we should say congratulations to him.
He did well. Definitely.
I don't know if should I congratulate.
Definitely deserves it.
No, if he scored 3 goals, regardless of what. And the most important thing, he scored 3 goals. You know, that is important. The last one, I don't know, should we congratulate the Chippa United coach? The man with no qualifications? He went and he won against Kaizer Chiefs. And if you remember well, when I looked at the stats and everything, nobody gave Chippa United a chance. But they beat Kaizer Chiefs. So that shows it's going to be interesting for the MTN top 8.
We have a tough one coming up. So, the first leg.
Yes.
Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. It was a draw, 0-0. And then it was also a draw for Kaizer Chiefs and AmaZulu. Yeah, 1-1.
Yes.
I
think I'll start with Orlando Pirates. I think if you look at the Pirates, since they bought they signed those 3 players, we started seeing Orlando Pirates playing a different football. The way they played on that day, for me, it was exciting. It was one of those games that you want the game to continue. You don't want the game to end.
Yes.
And I think if you gave another 10 minutes onto that game, Orlando Pirates, maybe they would have scored and won the game. I think, for me, they played much better than Mamelodi Sundowns on that day. Yeah. The motivation, I think, on the players, that's what took them to that level. Yes, Mamelodi Sundowns, they also played well. We know it's a big team, but I think it's because now everybody wants to beat Mamelodi Sundowns. And coming to this game now, if you look at how they played in the league, Pirates, they played a game on the weekend, which it wasn't a convincing game. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't convinced the way Orlando Pirates played. And then when they played against Arrows, then they did well, they trashed Arrows. But again, I still want to see that combination. I still want to see them building from the back, getting to the front line. And so far, I must say, at Orlando Pirates, the player that I'm happy with at the moment is Sundowns.
Oh, yes.
He has been doing well, shortest player in the field, and he takes those shots when necessary. And I see Mamelodi Sundowns, they're gonna have to plan very well. I think it's gonna be a war between Zondlo and Andile.
Oh, yes.
And I think on the day, the team that come out with better tactics, the better planning, and the rotation, and the players. Remember, it's also important that the players need to take the instructions as they are from the coach, because sometimes you get the players that they don't take the instructions. And if the players don't follow the instructions, they're going to hurt on the day. Secondly, the mistakes in the field of play. I think there will be no room for mistakes. Any small mistakes, you're going to get punished. If you do that, Sundowns is going to punish you. And if you get any mistake, again from the side, again, I think you're going to get punished. So it's going to be a nice game. It's nice. We haven't seen Shalulile. Remember, Mamelodi Sundowns, when they played in the Champions League, they scored, 7 goals?
Yes.
So the question is, did that 7 goals finish all the goals in the back? In the bag that they use when they go to gym? Maybe they had 7 goals and they all finished? Oh, do they still have more to score against Orlando Pirates? Pirates, when they played ours again, they scored goals. Do they still have more goals left? We shall wait and see.
It's a question of the weekend. We're all waiting for this weekend to see all of that.
Definitely. It's going to be a good weekend.
It is.
I think.
It is, definitely.
And then the second one. This is Kaizer Chiefs against AmaZulu. Mixed feelings. I saw AmaZulu playing on the weekend. They played like a team that want to win. When AmaZulu played Kaizer Chiefs, they also played like a team that want to win. With that drama in the league that happened, the players were getting red cards. Caleb was scoring goals on penalties. There's a lot that transpired on that game. Again, watching AmaZulu playing on the weekend, I think they played like good football. For me, when I watched them, and it's sad that Major couldn't finish up the game. And I think if Major was there up until the game is finished, it would have been a different result altogether. Because I could see him, he was taking the defense by himself. He was taking, and the Orlando Pirates defense, they need to be smart when they play against Sundowns. Because watching them playing against AmaZulu, they were not convincing. Because if you have one striker, that you always find yourself defending, facing your goalkeeper, that is dangerous. And that's what happened when they played against AmaZulu, which is it's the common problem with Kaizer Chiefs. We know what Kaizer Chiefs, in the last few games, we've watched Kaizer Chiefs play. And in most of those games, what was happening is they found themselves wanting. And there's this system that Kaizer Chiefs is using. Firstly, I can tell you, they haven't confirmed their central defense, which is, for me, it's a big question mark. You played 11, 12 games in the league, and you haven't confirmed your back four. That is very questionable for me. He has changed. I mean, now he took Njabulo Blom, is playing in the center of, yes, he's playing with Mart. I can see Sitebe now comes in and off. So the question is, firstly, the goalkeeping department, who's going to be the goalkeeper? Secondly, who's going to be marshalling the defense? In the middle, I think at the moment, Kaizer Chiefs, they only know the front line, that they have these particular players. Nice to see Billiard back, but you must always remember, before Billiard gets back to his form, it's going to take time. We've seen Dolly. Dolly's been scoring goals, which is quite nice. We were happy to see that. Caleb, again, can he score again? Can he score a hat-trick?
Does he still have more?
Does he still have more goals to score? We don't know. But this weekend is very crucial. And coming to the Sekhuta, good player. I like the way he accelerates with the players. But my problem, you find Sekhuta doing one thing several times. You try the first time, they stop you. You try the second time, the third time. And then I think for me, I used to remember back in the days, we had Tabotiba Taban Lebesi and Tabo Muki. When they start doing that and they're getting blocked, they would swap. The one on the right will go on the left, the one on the left will go on the right. And then you start seeing the game starting to flow now. The players are starting to play. And let's wait and see. The weekend is just around the corner.
Yes. So seeing all of that, seeing how they played in the PSL and how they played the first leg, what do you think is going to happen this weekend?
Sure. I think but one of the games it might go to penalties.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you which one it is, but I think one of the games it might go to penalties. Let me start with Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. What I can say, if Orlando Pirates, I'm talking about the back four of Orlando Pirates, if they will allow Shalulile to go in between them, they're going to be in trouble. Again, with Mamelodi Sundowns, remember now, you have the striker coming from Mamelodi Sundowns. This striker, which is Erasmus wants to score against Mamelodi Sundowns. He wants to do that. But I think for this game, the battle is going to be in the middle field. I see one of these two players, whichever team win, is going to be man of the match. I think it's going to be Londro and Andy Lejal. I think those are the two key players on this game. But on saying that, I know some people will say this and this. I still see whether it's going to go into penalties or they're going to win in the field of play, but I see Mamelodi Sundowns winning it.
Mamelodi Sundowns.
It's not going to be an easy game. Me saying Mamelodi Sundowns is going to win, it doesn't mean it's going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy game. Like I said, we might go to extra time. We might find ourselves going to penalties, but Mamelodi Sundowns will win. Difficult for me to tell the score, but if they win in the field of play, I think 2-1 will be the score.
2-1.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting prediction right there. Okay. Yeah. And the other team, AmaZulu and Kaizer Chiefs.
Like I said to you earlier on, the way these two teams play, one week you see this one playing better than the other. Next week. So AmaZulu has been on and off, but
they're not consistent.
Exactly. You look at Kaizer Chiefs, they lost to Chipa United. Why? We don't know. You look at AmaZulu, how they played against Pirates. Good game of football. So I think if Majoro is going to be there, Mohango is going to be there, I think Kaizer Chiefs is in trouble. I think Kaizer Chiefs is going to be in trouble. And unfortunately, I'm going to give this one to AmaZulu.
So we're saying AmaZulu and Mamelodi Sundowns
in the finals.
Okay. You had it here. You had it here.
Yeah, I'm saying this based on, remember like what we always say, we say things based on how the teams perform.
Yes.
If Kaizer Chiefs, there is no Itumele Nkune at the back, I don't want to talk about the back four. It changed every day. Every game, there's in Ngezana. In the next game, Ngezana is not there. You find another player playing that position. The next game, you find another player playing for the position. I think for me, Matoho needs to come back to that position. And I think Dove has been doing well as well. But a lot of question marks. But yeah, I'm going to give the game to AmaZulu. I think AmaZulu is going to win this one. They might even win in the field of play.
Yeah.
They might win in the field of play as long as they put those players. Remember, if you look at the starting lineup of AmaZulu, 70% of the players, they're coming from Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. Good experience, they know what to do, and it's always the case. They want to score against their former clubs.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Interesting weekend ahead. Oh, yes. I hope you guys are going to be going out and watching the games. If you want to bet or anything, come here, get the predictions and go make those bets.
And I'm putting my bet. Like I said here, I'm going to put my bet. I'm going to bet this weekend. I'm going to put my bet like how I said it here. And then I think I'm going to get money by Monday. I'll be rich.
Thank you very much for subscribing and for being consistent and watching the videos. We appreciate it very much. And let us know what you think. I mean, it's been a few months.
We actually started when the season started, and now we're here. We're going to take you throughout the season. The only thing that we're asking you, please subscribe, hit that clock button so that whenever we load a video, then we can get notified. Follow us on our social media. What we're going to do now on our TikTok every Thursday night, we're gonna have some lives on TikTok, which is gonna be between 8 and 9. So It's WFP _ on Thursday. Follow us, please, on TikTok. Follow us on all our social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah,
thank you.
On those lives, you're going to get to know us a little bit better. Thank you very much from Weekend Football Predictions on Thursday.
Goodbye. Remember, football is
our life.
Thank you.